Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use. Tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys, get your barf bags ready because what we will be viewing, which is public information, public, will upset you. So, again, Scientology, affiliated group, Youth for Human Rights. Youth for Human Rights. Do you guys see the inversion? Do you see the Aleister Crowley inversion? Where to start? First of all, you have child labor, which is against the law in the United States of America and throughout various countries in the world, right? Check. Child exploitation, just like they do in Hollywood. So that's two illegal acts here. Unlawfulness. Also, which all government officials have signed off on and are totally fine with, is this illegal group here, Youth for Human Rights, where they're working children illegally. It gets worse. They're recruiting other children in real time. I bet the LAPD would just be like super cool with that. What other crimes have they committed? I'm trying to think here. Coercion. This is coercion. Well, anyways, that'll be enough just to start off. So clearly I'm not subscribing. I hope you don't either, because you will be emailed for the rest of your life, and your children and grandchildren will probably continue to get mail and other atrocities from Scientology. Imagine they think they're saving the world doing all this stuff. So again, very Masonic looking picture there. They're in a circle. Educational, religious, and government leaders. Wait a minute. You guys, I am not an expert in law or anything. You guys know that. Did I miss something? Are we not supposed to mix church with state? Mona or Audit LA, they're a little more versed in that. They would know. Did I miss something? I think I missed something. Bias? Conflict of interest? Government leaders. What do they call it? Safe pointing, paying people off. Come together for world educational tours. What does that even mean? You mean LRH indoctrination of your cult? Where the children have to study this garbage until 10 o'clock at night against their will? Is that what you mean? When you're talking about education? Which you guys don't even allow, the majority of the children don't even go to regular schools in Scientology? You guys, it's just too much. Launching human rights programs. I'd like to see what those human rights programs are, since you guys are violating human rights. Most specifically, children's human rights. That involve thousands of youth. Listen to that, you guys. Thousands of youth. I wonder how much Mike Rinder knew about that. You know, the programs he never talked about, but so many other people want to throw out You make a parade for that guy. Didn't he marry a second-generation youngster? Huh. And continue throughout the year. Free, of course there's a free download, right? Don't do it. Welcome all teachers and other educators. Youth for Human Rights Education package. Propaganda. Isn't that what Mitch Brisker and Mark Headley, they used to work in that area with all the film and all that kind of thing? The Youth for Human Rights Education package. Mind you, Board of Education signed off on all this too. FBI has signed off on it. Department of Justice has signed off on it. Child Protective Services has signed off on it. LAPD has signed off on it. Clearwater PD has signed off on it. They're all in it. Because, good money. The Youth for Human Rights Education package is designed for elementary, middle, and high school students. Designed for elementary. Do you think this is how they're recruiting some of their Sea Org or their staff? Elementary, middle, or high school students. Recruiting. In 2025, but, real time. I guess statute of limitations doesn't matter when you're doing it in real time, right? It may be used as a full course or as a full course. That's how they get you. Nobody else talks like this. This is Sciento talk. Or as a supplemental resource within another curriculum. Listen to that mumbo jumbo. What in the F is that supposed to mean? Or as a supplemental resource within another curriculum. You guys know what that means, but I'm not going to go there right now. I mean, just talk right already. It's how they keep everything secret. Secret. The aim is to engage students in human rights topics, children, and provide opportunities for recruitment into Scientology as a minor, which is illegal. The aim is to engage students in human rights topics and provide opportunities for manual labor, child labor, construction work, scrubbing out dumpsters. Scientology loves children to scrub dumpsters with maggots in them. Like Valerie Haney. To put human rights principles into action and use. I don't even like reading this. The education package. Love all these stupid titles they make up. Includes a complete educator's guide. Recruitment for your children. The documentary film. Oh, that should be great. The story of human rights. I'm not ordering this stuff because I know they'll never stop sending me stuff. But it'd be cool if someone would do like an investigation on all this propaganda. The ones that the media never seems to fucking get, 30 award-winning public service announcements. Oh, narcissists love to get those prizes and those accolades and those titles and those awards. Illustrating the 30 human rights. Oh, there's only 30, you guys, just so you guys know. The United music video. Oh, that should be freaking great. And copy of 2 booklets. Booklets. What are human rights? And the story of human rights. As have been proven in many different settings, any caring person who works with youth, can you guys imagine this? All the abuse of the children in Scientology, and they have the audacity to say this. And not only do they have the audacity to say this, they take it further and employ the children to recruit more children. Sick. Any caring person who works with youth. Well, I haven't seen one yet in Scientology, I'm sorry to say. If you're having your toddler or your youngster, your child, do ethics handlings when they're young age, that's child abuse. So you don't know how to care about your child. Facts. If you didn't know, now you know. Any caring person who works with youth can use these materials. Indoctrination materials. To raise awareness. To trap children of human rights. Trap children and abuse children. And take away children's rights. Official and educator endorsements. Youth for Human Rights educational programs, materials, and Youth for Human Rights education package. All recruitment material for your children in 2025 LAPD, Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Department of Education, Child Protective Services. Oh, here's the barf material. While my chimes are just chiming. This kid has really helped me. Okay, I want to see, how old is this person? You see how they try to hide that it's a child? This is another success bullshit story. See how disgusting it is? Before Youth for Human Rights, this is how stupid this sounds. I did not know the difference between a right and a privilege. Just Google it. Black's Law Dictionary. The guide is brief and easy to read. Indoctrination. It made clear my rights. Indoctrination. And after reading through it, I had no more questions or doubts. Mind control program complete. I love how you were able to take that long, wordy document from the United Nations. From the United Nations. And shorten it into 30 short statements. Who talks like that? The entire original document was intimidating to me. And I'm sure that not many teens, not many children, there's that code word they love to use. They love to use that word teen and teenager to try to make it not sound like a child. Minor child. Scientology is not the only organization, business doing it. And I'm sure that not many teens, children, would want to sit and read it all the way through. Where are their parents? I thank you and everyone at Youth for Human Rights from the bottom of my heart for making this readily available for all teens. Children. Teen equals child. Teen equals minor. And you know they love to marry off the children there too. Like Serge said in his video yesterday. As long as we have the certificate, everything's okay. And also too, I was watching another video. Valerie Haney, I believe she worked in the kitchen. They have an obsession with having the children in the kitchen. And also, the prestigious executives, they love to have child labor to take care of their clothing, to get their food, to make their bed, just like Michael Rinder did. Just like all of the executives. And you know what's disgusting about all of it? A lot of these people are out here trying to pretend like they want to help people out of Scientology. Never having made any apologies to the children. Never having admitted to the abuse that they participated in. Never admitting the abuse that they did towards the children. Isn't that a something? And to top it off, their nonprofit organization of the prestigious executives that keep wanting Rinder to be a freaking hero. Guess what they are, you guys? Tax deductible. Huh? By your remarkable learning tools, I don't know how much of this I can do, including the video portrayals of all 30 articles of the Universal Declaration. This is the bait, you guys. This is the bait. Baiting children under all these government officials, city councils, Los Angeles police officers, chief of police LAPD, chief of police Clearwater PD. They're fine with all this stuff. It's illegal, but hey, what are the laws, right? Of the Universal Declaration and accompanying human rights education materials, and by your challenging student projects, children projects, designed to place children, leadership roles within their community. Youth for Human Rights, children for human rights. International, and it's Liberia, luring in children. Chapter are important voices in Liberia's human rights education process. Check this out, you guys. And I'm going to start swearing. I just can't hold it. They don't even fucking list his name. Could he be a pedo? Could the elected official be a pedo? One never does know, do they? Hold on, you guys. The 8th District applauds the work. Oh, speaking of the Diablo. Speaking of El Diablo, the 8th District applauds the work that Youth for Human Rights International has embarked upon in educating and equipping our youth, children, in becoming advocates, slaves for human rights. Slaves. Your organization's creativity, the tax-exempt one, sharing the human rights message with the distribution of what are human rights. Can you imagine the audacity? Well, we all can. And a lot of the Scientologists are under mind control, but if you're abusing your children, I have no use for you. Or if you're abusing other children. If you're taking auditing from children at Fort Harrison Hotel, you're participating. And what's the other word I'm looking for? You're participating in child abuse. What are human rights booklets in diverse languages? In diverse languages, LAPD. Mural projects. See, they're okay with making children adults in small bodies. You guys see this? They're fine with it. Youth summits. Children. See how they always like to use words that are not children or child? Think that's on accident, you guys? I had about enough of this. International tours and essay and art contests. There's a good bait. Get the children to participate in art contests. Next thing you know, they're going to be scrubbing out toilets for the prestigious executives like Mike Rinder in Scientology. Or Marty Rathburn, David Miscavige, Tommy Cruise, John Travolta. Is undeniably commendable. There's that award stuff again, you guys. Get it? They need their child slaves. The activities listed attest to the dedication of the many volunteers. Listen to this, you guys. I'm going to start snapping, you guys. Child slaves. Volunteers, child slaves, working with Youth for Human Rights International. Children. Guess who's saying this, you guys? I don't know if this is someone's initials. BCP. Listen to this. Los Angeles City Council. City Council. See why nobody can get anywhere when they address City Council? Because they love those safe pointing payments they get for the child slavery. I have reviewed the human rights. I don't know how much I can do this, you guys. I have reviewed the human rights public service announcement video depicting the 30 rights. Why not 33? Why didn't they decide 33 this time? Of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the related publications that you have provided to me. I am very impressed with their production values of the child slaves and quality of communication. I would be honored to suggest the inclusion of them as an official part of the human rights education program of my country. JRH. I guess they're scared to put their names, huh? Scared to put your name? Elected official, Democrat, Republic of Timor-Leste. Because, there's children everywhere to harvest. The components of the education package are produced to the highest quality. Quality. Do you have child slaves doing that too? Who's packaging all these things up? I remember the Headleys and some other people talking about how they had to produce things, and also a lot of the child slaves, or otherwise known as second gens, they had to package up music CDs and DVDs. Are the child slaves doing the production work in that too? I bet they are. It is through donations. Oh, listen to this. Donations from those who support our program, mind control program, that enables youth, children, for Human Rights International to provide these valuable teaching tools. Indoctrination, LRH, indoctrination, cult. That enables Youth for Human Rights International to provide these valuable teaching tools, indoctrination, free of charge, to classroom teachers and qualified community educators. It is thus expected that participating educators agree to provide results. Agree, like a contract. Agree that participating educators agree to provide results. Like a personality test of their use of this program and its materials. See, they're baiting to get the children's information. They want to get those children into Scientology. All this is illegal, but LAPD's fine with it. Documentation would include photographs and video footage of program application and outcomes. Like the children. They need more propaganda material, you see? See how they do it? Do you guys see why they have so much money? It's like the hardcore parasite on crack. It's what it is. And the ones who are gaining the most from it are the most sociopathic, narcissistic individuals. And I feel sorry for some of them, because some of them were born in Scientology and they were abused heinously, but they go on to become sociopaths or narcissists, and they don't have any problem with continuing the cycle of abuse. God, this is too much. Listen to this, you guys. And educator testimonials, like a success story of a child, that promote best practices and results to others. Scientology wouldn't know anything about best practices. In this way, each educator's successes can be shared and expanded upon. trying to get to the children. And then here's where they can order it. And there's probably a lot of people that get hooked into this. They don't know, so no shade to them. So I'll put a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.